Renee Lawless is kicking off the hour with us this afternoon, and if you don't know that name, I'm sure you know her characters. Many have gotten to know her, of course, through her work on stage, but most recently she's been known on the Oprah Winfrey Network on the hit show The Haves and the Have-Not as Catherine Cryer. We're going to be talking to her not only about her journey in the arts, but what it's been like for her to bring this complex character to life. Renee, good afternoon to you, and welcome to Conversations Live.
Hi, Cyrus. Good afternoon to you.
I'm one of those who, was addicted to it from the very beginning. And I think, what really, and I said this to Jacqueline and the other cast members that have come on the show, Renee, is the thing that I think is so fascinating is that regardless of the economic situation of the characters, we can all relate to the emotions they're all feeling. And I think that is what really has been so amazing. Has that been part of the case for you in bringing to life Catherine, that here you have this woman who, from the very first episode, you're thinking, I'm not going to like her. But then we've kind of seen how you have, as this character evolved. Talk to us about that, what it's been like for you to kind of bring these layers to us.
Well, for someone like, myself, I knew all these layers way before you all did. However, right. I kept thinking, it's kind of like, when any new television drama, I'll backtrack briefly, starts, everybody's brought in the middle. And it's up to the characters to give you the backstory, the middle story, and all this. So I knew when they first saw me, they weren't going to get who I was at first. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that I really love about Catherine, and I would tell this to people up front in interviews long before we aired, was that she's a very multi-layer person, like peeling back layers of an onion. And I described Catherine as basically like a hollow oak tree, that to the outside she's this big, strong, towering, pillar of strength, and she branches out and deep-rooted in tradition and long history. But on the inside, she's rotting and she's hollow, and she said, not because she's that way as a person. She's actually a really wonderful human being. It's just that what her husband, her children, her life has given her has made her a very lonely person. And our show, I think, in many ways, the Have and Have-Nots, it's basically what it means to have, and not about race or anything like that, and we'll talk about that later. But as far as Catherine, the thing I loved about her the most, and I could talk about this for literally hours, but the thing that grabbed me the most was that even though she's worth $50 million, which I personally cannot relate to yet, I personally cannot relate to, as I put that tagline on there, and probably our average audience member, except Oprah, can't relate to, either. However, she's a woman who's over a certain age in her life. She doesn't like her body. She doesn't like getting old. She doesn't like getting fat. She's dealing with cancer. She has problems with her kids. Her husband is on her last nerve. She has all these things. Now, all of those layers, there are 50 million people that can relate to that.
Exactly.
There are women that are all, women, we always don't like our bodies. We're always complaining about getting old. Our kids drive us crazy, and some of us have issues with our husbands. Probably not so much as James Cryer, but we have issues with our husbands. So in that respect, I felt in many ways was probably one of the more relatable characters, because she had all of these issues going on. And I thought, oh, how wonderful. No one's going to look at her as this rich bitch after a while. They're going to look at her as, I can spell that on radio and not get in trouble, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But really they are looking at her as someone going, oh, my gosh, she's just like me. And then when the cancer thing came into the whole fray, that opened up a whole new set of doors.